What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to tutorial 89, and today we'll see how to load JSON data from URL. So till now we have seen how to load JSON data from file, and in this tutorial we'll see how to load JSON data from URL. For example, you'll be going to read from or you want to call some API. Definitely API will be called using some sort of endpoint URLs, and you can get the response in the form of JSON data. So this is very common example. So the same example is also possible to integrate or implement within Neo4j Cypher. So for that you only need the URL, and within the help of Apoc procedure we can easily load the JSON data. Okay, so again this tutorial will be going to be very small and precise tutorial, but again without all these things your Neo4j learning will not be completed. So that is why I just created each and every use cases, and I am emphasizing each and every use cases so that you guys can learn and develop your skill towards becoming a better developer or data scientist, data analytics, or whatever. Okay, so the sample URL will be this. Actually you can find any URL whatever you are going to do. For example, your application team or the development team is going to give you the endpoints URL, and whenever you are going to call that URL it should give you the JSON response. Okay, so I am actually trying to create an application. After that was planning to do it, but just for time complexity, and our objective is not to develop the API, so that is why I just got this URL from the Google. This is for API testing. So if you execute this thing, it is going to give you one response. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just copy this thing. Okay, so let me show you what is actually it is going to be written, and after that if I open this thing, see, I'm getting JSON response. Okay, so my objective is to load the same data in the Neo4j browser using Apoc procedure, and the Apoc procedure will be again will be going to be triggered from the Python code. So as you all know, in every tutorial, in our every tutorial we do actually two parts. First part is purely on Cypher, and second part is the same Python code will be written from the Python. Okay, so next thing is our use case. So use case is definitely this is our use case, that how to load JSON data from URL using Cypher, Apoc procedure, and Python. So these are the two prerequisites. You must like enable this thing. One is this thing and one is this one. But if someone is watching this tutorial for the first time, for them it will be kind of complex to understand. So in a nutshell, I'm going to tell you that you have to open your Neo4j browser, then you have to go to the settings. In the settings tab you will see multiple lines are written. You have to just copy paste these two lines, and after that you have to hit on apply and OK, and it will ask you to restart the browser. You have to follow the steps, and after that you can go ahead and run the queries. But again, if you do not perform this step and you are going to or you are trying to run the Apoc procedure, definitely it will throw some errors. So that time you have to understand that you need to enable this thing. So apart from following my this like kind of theoretical instruction, I will highly recommend you guys to go ahead and watch the tutorial 75 or 76. There actually I did the whole steps like sequentially, so you can get the video tutorial in the playlist. Okay, so next thing is that again nothing is required, nothing required actually from the theoretical point of view. So we'll be going to just copy paste the screenshot. So first thing first, we'll be going to load the URL. So let me just open this thing. Okay, so let's write call apoc.load.json, and it will be very easy. I have to just write down the URL, and once the URL is done I have to write yield value. Definitely it should be value, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it is value. No, it is not value. What is there? Illegal character at part index. What is happening? Let me check. Failed to invoke the apoc.load.json. This is saying some invalid thing created by Java. Illegal character path 48. Okay, I'm not sure actually why this is throwing error. Just hold on. Let me just execute this thing. Why this is throwing error? Okay, let me just copy paste this thing, and after that this thing. Yes, it is working fine. So I was actually doing some mistake. Yield value. Okay, so see, I'm getting everything. So same thing, value, and see in the value I have this thing called data, right? And within the data I have everything. So and if you see, the data is actually present here like if you go here, the datas are actually inside this list, and every element inside a list itself a dictionary, right? So this is value, and after that if I write return value dot data, so it is going to give me the list. See here, it is going to give me the whole list. And now you can iterate through this thing, and you can easily like what you say, like you can unwind, you can loop through each and everything from here. But I'm not gonna do all this step in this tutorial. We'll be going to like do some sort of advanced parsing in the next tutorial, cause for that I need to like think what are the different use cases we can cover, because if you are going to tackle the same use case whatever we actually did in the last tutorial, that doesn't make any sense. Always you have to always I am actually trying to give you guys some new use case, new learning, so that actually it motivates you guys to come back and watch our content, and definitely it will be like meaningful, because if you're wasting the time again and again for the same tutorial, it doesn't make sense. So the new thing is that you guys now know how to load JSON data from URL and how to put it in a representable format. But in the next tutorial we will see how to get some insight from this data. For that we will be going to do the tutorial number 90, which is this is tutorial number 89. So tutorial number 90 will be going to do some sort of parsing. Okay, and here let me just copy paste this thing. So this is going to my let me just write this thing. Okay, done. Okay, next thing is that I'll be going to take a screenshot of this thing. Okay, so let me open this thing and let me just take a screenshot of this thing. Done. And once this is done, we'll be going to write the same thing from Python. So Cypher is done. Now we'll going to write the same thing from Python. Okay, okay. Okay, so load multiple CSV files. Sorry, no, here it is something different. So actually I did a mistake. It should be changed. Load JSON data from URL. It should be load JSON data from URL. So it should be changed. It should be also changed. So it should be load JSON data from URL. So load JSON data from URL. So Cypher part is done, right? Now I'll be going to do the same thing from Python. Okay, so let me open my Python this thing. So it should be from, so first thing first I need to rename this thing. Just give me some time. So or else I'll forget. So it should be Neo4j underscore tutorial underscore 89. So it should be tutorial 89, then how to load JSON data from URL using Cypher, Apoc and Python. Okay, so let me done. It's all done. So let me just start writing the code. It will be only going to take only 2 minutes. So it should be from Neo4j import graph database. Sorry, then it should be driver. It should be graph database dot driver, and it should be URI like this. Then auth is going to be this, and it should be Neo4j. Okay, then Rambo at 1234. Okay, and URI is going to be, let's take this thing. Okay, why no, actually I did a mistake. So why this is not okay? Now it is copy properly. Now paste this thing, then session object is going to be driver dot session. Okay, all done, no error, nothing. So now let's write down the query. So query is also going to be very simple. So it is only going to be this one. So just copy this thing. Okay, this, then results is going to be session dot run, then it should be q1, and results equals to results dot data, right? So let's execute this thing. Done. So let's print the results now. So it will going to print all elements in the form of list. See, so you can write something for row in result and then print row. See, I got everything. So this is element number 1, right? This is element number 2. Like this way everything is coming, right? Okay, cool. So next thing is that we'll be going to do some like advanced parsing, and some we'll be going to do some sort of we'll try to do some sort of meaningful insight from this data, but for that we'll be going to tackle the use case from the tutorial 90. So next tutorial will be going to be very important. Don't forget to watch the tutorial as well. Actually, don't skip any tutorials. If you see all tutorials are interconnected, and if you miss the previous tutorial, you'll not be able to understand the next tutorial. So I'll highly recommend, and this is actually a request, just watch the tutorials carefully, and after watching the tutorial, just try to write the code, try to grab one pen and paper, and try to create some use cases, think analytically, think within your mind, then come up with some different approach, come up with different use case, try to solve those use case, try to think about the problem statement. In between, if you are having any problem to understand any concept, if you are not able to correlate with my tutorial, then please feel free to ask me. I'll try to help you out. And apart from that, if anyone is having any suggestion for us, any feedback for us, and if you want us to improve our quality or anything, please feel free to inform me about your concern as well. And apart from this thing, I got so many requests that you guys want this use case, that use case. Thank you very much, guys. It means you guys are following the content, and you guys are showing some interest. So I will welcome those use cases or requests in the future as well. Try to send me those use cases. I will take the most common and important use case, and we'll try to create one video as well. Okay, so that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and have a nice day.